What's up guys, Smiley's here bringing you another OU battle. I know I said I was not going to bring you another OU battle with this team in the last video, but I forgot I had this battle saved up with this team against this guy by the name of Jiggly Bluff, which I kind of like his name. Um, since I've already gone over his team, I'll just explain threats on his team. He's got a nice sand team there with an annoying ass Gastrodon, which always seems to give my teams problems. Fortunately, I do have the power up on Ferrothorn, so I'm thinking that's not going to be a problem. Alakazam, I know I need to keep Metagross alive because that is my best counter to Alakazam, and it'll also be able to kill a T-Tar easily. Other than that, his team doesn't look too threatening to me. I guess if Scissor was like Swords Dance and set up and my Rotom was dead or something, that might be a problem. But other than that, nothing really seems too threatening. So let's just get on with this battle. He leads off with Alakazam immediately as I lead off with Keldeo, and this is automatically a bad matchup for me. I am Scarfed, but I think he has the Focus Sash. So I switch into Metagross. Side Shock is going to do absolutely nothing to it, and I'm able to easily get up by Stealth Rocks as he decides to switch into the Paladon to get up his Sand, and also get up his Stealth Rocks as I decide to switch into Ferrothorn, knowing that I can take any hit this Paladon wants to deal out. This Paladon does not want to stay in, apparently, and just goes into Heatran as I decide to get up a layer of Spikes. Hazards will be a huge part of this battle, as you'll see pretty much at the very end, but yeah, I go into Rotom knowing I could take any hit. Unfortunately, he gets a Flamethrower burn, which at that time was really pissing me off because I was getting burned like all day, like Scald, Fire Blast, Flamethrower, like ugh. But I did get burned, and I decided to go for the Will-O-Wisp, predicting the Gastrodon to come in, knowing that I can't judge it with anything else, so getting some residual damage on a Gastrodon is always nice. And I decided to go to Ferrothorn here again, knowing that anything that he wants to do, I can take. Unfortunately, he gets the Scald burn this time, which now I was really livid, like, could you stop burning me please? But it's okay. Thinking he would want to switch, fearing the Power Whip, I'd go for another Spikes. He does not switch, however, and he stays in. Now here, I'm thinking he's going to switch, and he actually does switch this time into Tyranitar. So I decide to go for the Leech Seed, getting some residual damage on whatever he wanted to switch in. If he wanted to stay in with Gastrodon, I could have gotten some more health back, and he really wouldn't be able to hit me too hard. This turn he decides to go into Heatran as I go into Rotom. I don't know if I was sagging it or actually predicted this, but I know I'm not going to be able to live another Flamethrower after this. Maybe I thought that I would live with more HP, but I don't, and I'm going to have to end up sacking my Rotom here. And so I can get a free switch into Keldeo and go for the Secret Sword, taking out this Heatran. Nothing on this team really wants to take a Secret Sword, even the Paladon or the Alakazam, which he brings in this turn as I go straight back into Metagross again because it is a pretty good counter. He does go for the Focus Blast, predicting that, but he does miss. I don't know how much damage that would have actually done the Metagross. But this turn I'm just going to go straight for the Meteor Mash, knowing he can't OHKO me with anything. As he goes into Paladon, that does about a third. And I decide to go into Landorus this turn as he goes for the Slack Off. Here I decide to hit him with HP Ice just to get a lot of damage on him. As he reveals this turn he has the Ice Fang and is able to take out my Landorus, which is unfortunate. This turn I go into Keldeo though, and thinking a Secret Sword would take this out, I go for it. Unfortunately, does not enough damage at all, and he's able to go for the Earthquake. Not do too much to Keldeo, so I'm able to finish him off with the Secret Sword, and that is a big, bulky ass threat down. So he goes into Scissor this turn, and I guess thinking I would fear the Bullet Punch, he goes for the U-turn, but I get off a good chunk of damage on the Scissor with Secret Sword as he decides to U-turn out. And now he's at a range where Hazards will kill him, and that's what I was saying before about Hazards being a really big part of this battle. And he goes into T-Tar, and I have a good counter to this Metagross, and I could easily just go for the priority Bullet Punch and take out the Tyranitar. He goes into Gastrodon, not wanting to take anything with Metagross. I go into Salamence thinking, okay, he probably doesn't have the Ice Beam because I saw Scald and Earth Power. I'm thinking he might have Toxic. If he goes for Toxic, gets the Skull Burn, whatever. I have the Lumberry, so it doesn't matter, as I decided just to get one Dragon Dance because that's all I need before I could just spam Outrage for the win. If he has the Focus Sash on the Alakazam and kills me, I could just bring in Metagross and go for another Bullet Punch, and Scissor will die off the hazards no matter what. So it was a good game, Jigglypuff. This is the one match that's Noxie DD Stalmets actually did something. I'm going to be honest, this is literally the one match that actually did something, which is why I decided to take it off, because it really wasn't having much of an impact on anything. But fortunately I was able to win the battle. If you enjoyed this battle, please leave a like rating, comment with any opinions or suggestions that you might have, and subscribe if you want. You know, you don't have to, but I'm just saying it might be nice if you enjoy this. Get some more. But this has been Smileyz, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one.